I've never run so fast with a backpack in my life. I swear, I could feel my heart beating in my ears. The cruise ship was still docked, I could see it, massive and gleaming in the sun, but the gates were already closing. And I was maybe 3 minutes too late. Yeah, I missed the boat. Literally. This was supposed to be my dream vacation. A Mediterranean cruise with stops in Italy, Greece, and Turkey, something I'd been saving up for, planning for months. I flew in the night before, gave myself what I thought was plenty of time. But then, flight delays. My layover turned into a nightmare. Luggage took forever. And traffic in Barcelona? Don't even get me started. By the time I reached the port, the check-in was done. The crew at the dock just kind of gave me this helpless look like, sorry, nothing we can do. And the ship just pulled away. I remember standing there in shock, sweaty and out of breath, watching it disappear. I felt so stupid, so alone, and honestly, kind of like a failure. I sat down on the curb and opened Google Maps like it was going to magically tell me how to teleport to the next port. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Here's the part one didn't expect. I wasn't just upset about missing the ship. I was panicking about the money. Because cruise lines? They don't refund you if you miss the departure. Nope. You're just out of luck. That was supposed to be a $2,300 vacation. Gone in a puff of smoke and poor timing. But then I remembered something. I'd bought travel insurance. And not just any travel insurance. This new site I'd found a few weeks earlier called Auras. I'd never really bothered with travel insurance before. But something about this trip made me feel like I needed a backup plan. I remember the sign-up being super fast, like 3 minutes. And it covered stuff like trip delays and missed departures. I almost didn't bother. I was like, meh, what are the chances? Well, apparently the chances were 100%. So I pulled up the policy, submitted my info, uploaded my flight delay notice, and explained what happened. I was still kinda skeptical, to be honest. You know how it is with insurance. You assume you'll get some canned rejection email. But a few days later, I got an update. They were reimbursing me for the cruise. Like, actual reimbursement. They even helped cover my hotel while I waited for a new flight home. I remember staring at the email, rereading it like 3 times. It was the first moment I felt like I could breathe again. I went from, how am I gonna explain this financial mess, to, okay, maybe I'm not totally screwed. And listen, I'm not someone who usually gets emotional over paperwork. But that one email? It hit me. Because it felt like someone had my back when everything was falling apart. What's wild is, before this happened, I didn't even know missing a cruise could be covered. I just assumed if you missed it, it was on you. And yeah, some policies don't include that. But Auras does. It's why I tell people now, don't just look for the cheapest option. Look for one that's smart. If I could give one tip, it'd be this. Don't just think about what could go wrong while you're traveling. Think about what could go wrong before the trip even starts. Delays happen. Bags get lost. Cruises leave without you. You don't want to be sitting on a curb in a foreign country trying to figure out your next move with no backup. Honestly, I don't even think of Auras as insurance anymore. It's like a travel safety net I keep in my back pocket. Quiet, low-key, but they're when you need it. You can find them on Google, or I'll drop the link in the description. No pressure, but if you're planning anything big, it's worth checking out. Because trust me, missing the boat sucks. But being stuck without a plan B, that's what really wrecks the trip. Now every time I travel, Auras is just part of the routine. Like packing my passport or booking my Airbnb. I don't even think twice. Learned that one the hard way. But hey, at least I learned it before it was a $2,300 mistake and a story without a halfway happy ending.